Welcome back to another playthrough chapter of Triangle Strategy. Again, this is pretty minimal discourse, but we just saved it. We're picking off right where we left off.
Father spoke not a single word to me today. Before long, I fear I might forget the sound of his voice.
Please, sister, you weep and wail like a common girl. Show some composure. Father has a kingdom to rule, a kingdom engaged in a historic endeavor. He has more important duties than to pamper a spoiled child.
Yes, of course, brother.
You speak as if Father's duties include anything more than licking the boots of these dignitaries. It is inconceivable he cannot spare the time to break bread with his daughter.
You speak out of insolence and ignorance, Roland.
I speak only the truth. He leaves all the cumbersome tasks to the Wolforts and Minister Patriot.
A king's word is to be obeyed.
And what of his subjects? Do they exist simply to bring him glory? To take the blame for his failures?
They are to serve as he sees fit.
The hell they are.
No,
Believe as you
people
wish.
live for themselves,
Speaking
so-
of his subjects, it appears lordship of House Wolfort will be passed down to young Serenoa.
What?
How fortunate for you to have a friend in the new lord. Best not take loyalty for granted, however. House Wolfort is obedient enough for now, but that can change as quickly as the wind.
True.
Use them well when you can, but be ready to bring down your fist if they dare to rise above their station.
Don't speak of them like lapdogs. They're not servants. They're my friends.
Do you really think to lead with such a soft heart? You are not fit to wear the royal signet.
Oh, stop this fighting at once. You frighten me.
Enough of this.
Where are you going, brother?
To train with Sir Maxwell. I would clear my head. There is a tourney on the morrow, after all.
Brother!
Oh. Ooh, what is this?
I yield.
I want a hat like that, dude.
Your spear wavers, my prince. Something weighs on your mind.
You've always been able to see through me.
It's no great feat. Your heart lies ever on your sleeve.
Do I hear disapproval in your voice?
Not exactly, my prince. It can be a weakness, yes, but it can also be your strength. After all, sometimes a direct strike is most effective at piercing a formidable defense.
I will take those words to heart, Sir Maxwell. Thank you for today.
The pleasure was mine. I expect a good fight from you tomorrow. In the final match, no doubt.
I take the field with House Wolfort. Together, I have no doubt we can emerge triumphant.
Ah, that would explain your improvement. Young Serenoa is a worthy training partner. Even so, I have no doubt you've held your own against him. Tomorrow you shall show the realm what I already know. That you are a warrior worthy of your family's legacy.
Sir Maxwell, Sometimes I wish I wasn't a prince. Sometimes I wish I'd been born your son instead.
Surely you jest, Your Highness. Your father is a great king, and an even greater man. It is an honor to serve him as I do.
Apologies. I forget myself. I must have taken quite a blow. Anyhow, I suppose I should rest till the morrow. Be well, Sir Maxwell.
It cannot be easy being the youngest prince. To have others expect nothing from you, yet still shake their heads in disapproval. But you can rise above this, my prince. Seize your chance and lay everyone's doubts to rest once and for all.
I don't know if that's an ominous thing or a good thing, but I like Maxwell. I'll drop this sound back down a little bit to be more of a background. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's play a game, right? Okay, Castle Wolford.
Now that's what I call a feast. You've landed quite the catch, Frederica. He is a good man. I can see it in his eyes. You are too kind, Lord Dragan. And humble as well. Are you impressed as I, Frederica?
I can tell that your heart is pure and gentle, my lord.
Lady Frederica.
Forgive me if I caused offense. I thought only to return your sincerity and kind.
No apologies are needed. I am happy to meet your approval.
Thank you, my lord.
Words come so easily to the both of you. A perfect match.
Forgive my curiosity. What sort of life did Lady Frederica lead in Esfrost?
Her life? Truth be told, my dear Serenoa, not a pleasant one. Those of Rosellen blood are looked down upon in Esfrost, even if they are the daughter of the Archduke's concubine. Gustadolf's full siblings are the worst of the lot. They have not a shred of human compassion between them. They cruelly bully the girl endlessly, regardless of time or place.
Is this...
True? Of course it is. I know Frederica's suffering all too well. My own father lived ever in the shadow of his elder brother, the former Archduke. Our house, too, is met with sneers by those who consider themselves our betters. But no more! I shall show all those simpering fops that it is not birth that makes greatness, but deeds. And so I did my due research at the archives, that my grand invention shall blast our way forward!
Dragan, please. I believe you've had enough to drink.
You can hardly blame me for availing myself of Glenbrook's finest libations, brought by traders from the realm over. Each cask more exotic than the last. Why, to not partake would be an affront to our newfound allies.
Just make sure your head is clear for tomorrow. Or have you forgotten you're meant to be representing your nation?
Yes, a ceremony to usher in a new age of harmony and prosperity. I am too young to have known the war, so I see our three nations joining hands more as a matter of expedience. But what of you, my kin-to-be? How do you see our grand cooperative venture?
Okay, let us see. Drop that back down. Okay, first step towards true harmony among our three nations. I welcome it. Oh, to benefit all nations of policy, nothing wrong with that. It is impossible to understand each nation's motivations. I can't say whether this bodes well. You know, I'm kind of feeling that first one. It's a first step towards true harmony.
It is the first step towards true harmony among our three nations. I welcome it.
I see. I admire your optimism, even if I cannot say I share it.
I know that old grudges die hard. Still, I choose to believe we can overcome our differences.
Truly, a kind-hearted soul you are. And people are ever eager to follow a kind heart over a wicked one. Yes, I suspect it shall be your strength going forward.
Ooh. Foreshadow.
In any event, it is always good to have another perspective on matters. Let me tell you what I believe. I believe we're on the cusp of a great achievement. As always, it is the young who must bear the burden of building the future. Old shoulders are frail, old minds stubborn.
This dude's gonna murder his dad.
Whatever lies in our future, those who make it will mark their names in history. And mine will be writ large for all to see! And I would write yours next to it, my dear cousin. Pray, come visit me at the mines once operations are underway, and I shall...
Dude is
Trigan,
weird.
are you quite all right?
Worry not, Frederica. I'm just a bit tipsy. Perhaps I should just lie.
Yeah, that's about right.
It would seem Lord Dragan has turned in for the night.
Quite the passionate fellow, isn't he?
He's never been one to hide his ambition, ever since we were little. Neither does he hide his disapproval of my brother and Trueborn siblings.
Feelings which you share?
I grant it would be satisfying to see the sneers of those who look down on me wiped from their faces. But I also agree with Lord Simone that we must set our gazes to the future. Though I know not yet how I might best serve in this new age, I would do what I can.
We are of the same mind in that regard, my lady. Let us ease the weight of each other's burdens.
Aww, cute.
Please, call me Frederica. We are to be husband and wife after all.
Of course, my... Frederica. Pray call me Serenoa as well.
Sit in way.
We should carry your cousin to his chambers. Will you help me, Frederica?
Certainly, Serenoa. Let us take care not to wake him, lest he resume his prattle.
So cute. Benedict, what you got for us?
Benedict. I thought I might find you here.
My lord.
Did you tell her that Serenoa would soon be taking over as lord of our house?
Forgive me, my lord. I did not think to...
Save your apologies, Benedict. Doubtless she was overjoyed to hear it from you. Destra always did trust you above all her advisors. As do I. For 30 years you have served my house better than I ever could have asked for.
You honor me, my lord.
My lord? I suspect this will be the last night I will hear those...
Oh no.
My lord, I will call for a healer at once.
Do not bother, Benedict. It will avail me not. You know as well as I how my heart now fails me.
My lord.
And so I entrust Serenoa to you.
I think you'd still
For our
go get a
house.
healer.
Pray heed this old man's
Like-
final order.
Certainly. I will
I
live
don't
to
know.
serve your son until I breathe my last.
I guess you've already
Did
passed
you
on
hear
your
that, Destra?
servership, but
Our boy
don't
is
want to
in
be like
good
convicted
hands.
of murdering a lord.
My
you
old
know?
dear friend. Long have we stood together.
I will not let you down, my lord.
Maybe everybody believes Benedict, though, so. Benedict's not gonna let him down. Good stuff. Another Castle Wolfort. A lot of narrative stuff.
My beloved son, Serenoa, will oversee the matters of our house from this day forward.
Wow,
I expect you
gotta
to
turn
serve
that
him as dutifully as
auto
you
breathe.
served me.
Of course, Lord Simon.
Aye, my lord. Our undying loyalty to House Wolford.
My son, listen well. A lord's judgment shapes the fates of his kin and subjects alike. Responsibility for their well-being now falls on your shoulders. You must lead them well.
Yes, Father. I shall keep those words close to my heart. To that end, I require wise counsel. Together, you possess a wealth of experience. As Lord of House Wolford, it is my duty to consider the best course from every perspective afforded me. I shirk not from this responsibility. At the same time, I would be a fool to not seek guidance from those more traveled than I. For my house and my people, I trust I can rely on you.
Well spoken, my son. I dare say you are more than ready to receive this.
What is
The Scales of Conviction, a holy relic, said to be blessed by the deities of old.
there? We go.
It was gifted to our family by the King of Glenbrook. From this day on, I entrust it to you. However, it is of little use without these.
Coins.
Looks like the
Seven of
colors
them.
of the kingdom.
Tokens of conviction, we call them. Give one each to only your most trusted retainers and allies. They will guide you when the path is darkest. Their words will illuminate the pitfalls ahead. Heed well the advice of your friends and subjects, and choose your steps carefully. Such has been the way of our house, and such you must see it always shall be.
I will, Father. I shall treasure these gifts and make wise use of them in times of need.
Very good. Now do your duty, my son.
We await your orders, my lord.
We depart for the capital at once. May this ceremony be but the first of many joyous occasions ahead of us.
For la Casa Wolfort.
And
Man.
so the stewardship of House
Lot of
Wolford passes from father to son. Lord Simon Wolfort, beloved throughout Glenbrook, entrusts the future to young Serenoa. With the ceremony to mark the beginning of the joint mining venture and a tourney on the horizon, the Wolforts set forth to the Crown City. With no heroic deeds yet to his name, the new Lord Wolfort sets his eyes on the proving grounds, eager to show his worthiness.
So quiet. The sound range is weird.
So Lord Simon will step down, I suppose the time comes for us all to pass on the torch eventually. What wisdom has your father bestowed upon you?
He has told me what it means to be lord of a house.
Very good. Serenoa of House Wolfort, the crown of Glenbrook now looks to you for loyal service and brotherhood.
Yes, Your Majesty. I shall not disappoint.
What the?
I dare you to say that again, Thalis.
Must you make me repeat myself? I am the Prime Minister of Esfrost. I and I alone am fit to represent our nation. Go push your papers in the shadows like the minor lordling's son you are.
You would shame me? You, who would be nothing if not for your high birth. Your ineptitude is mocked by noble and commoner alike.
Dragan, you forget yourself.
You both forget yourselves.
Frederica?
If you must bray at each other, then do so back home. Your bickering will bring shame upon our nation.
Such strong words, sister. Do you think you're above us now that you're being wed to mighty House Wolfort?
Please, Erica.
My apologies, but the ceremony will begin soon. I ask the delegates of each nation to make their preparations.
And you must be Serenoa Wolfort. Well, I suppose we should bother the happy couple no longer. Well done, Frederica. I see you've inherited your mother's wiles. She always did have a way with men.
Too bad you also inherited her hair. That sickly pink makes me want to retch.
Man. Aren't they, lovely people?
Pray forgive my cousins, Lord Serenoa, and forgive me if I was out of line.
Those two, they were...
Thalis and Erica Esfrost. Full brother and sister to Archduke Gustadolf. And my half-siblings.
I see. Well, I hope that we can all come together for the sake of our grand endeavor.
Smithy now available. What does a smithy do? Let's see. Encampment. Okay. He's a smithy, right? Young smithy. Add the smithy, upgrade your weapons. Each weapon has 3 ranks, increasing ranks unlock more abilities for that weapon. Okay. Okay. Use iron to learn magic defensive. Okay, so I have to spend upon weapon potency. Okay, let's do that one for you. I don't have enough iron for anybody else. I guess I should have looked through everybody else first, but that's okay. Okay. It's good music. Okay. Goals for this video is to get a battle act done. It's pretty late for that. We just got done with big old D&D. Check out World for that, or not.
My honored guests, I am pleased to announce that operations at the Grand Norzelian Mines have commenced in earnest.
Keep forgetting I have to add
the Earth has yielded
auto.
treasures more magnificent than even we had anticipated. May the mines endure for many years as a symbol of prosperity for all of our nations.
Well said. With Hyzant's Sultan capital, Esfrost's ingenuity, and Glenbrook's raw materials and manpower, our realm's future is bright indeed. It is a partnership built on 3 pillars, each bearing equal weight. We owe a debt of gratitude for all who have supported this grand venture. A particular note is Lord Dragan, whose knowledge has allowed us to so swiftly see our labor bear fruit. And House Wolfort, whose mediation has proved invaluable in forming this accord. May their deeds be forever remembered by history. Let us raise our cups and toast to their health and happiness.
Lord Serenoa is smiling from ear to ear. Shame his parents couldn't be here to see this.
Do not get too swept away in the moment, Eredor. We have a job to do here, and the day has only begun.
Now that the formalities are done with, let the festivities begin.
Yeah,
Step
boys.
forward, Sir Maxwell.
So, this is the one they call the Dawn Spear.
Glenbrook's fiercest warrior. They say he has never known defeat.
I would take the measure of this man.
Now that the foundations for peace have been laid, let us be stifled by rigid formality no longer. There is a tourney to be had, after all. A much more entertaining event than my endless speeches.
Hear, hear, hear!
Here, here!
Will any among you prove a match for our Sir Maxwell, the champion of our previous challenge? I very much look forward to finding out. Until then, help yourselves to our hospitality and our wine.
Eat, drink, and be merry. It shall not be long until final preparations are complete.
That was almost scripture right there. Eat, drink, and be merry. For tomorrow we die.
Our time is nigh, Serenoa.
Okay.
Ah, but I forget myself.
Nah.
Our time is nigh, Lord Wolfort.
Wolfort.
Congratulations, my friend.
Nice.
Thank you. But living up to the title will be no easy task.
You'll do your father proud, I'm sure. Unlike some of us.
Let's encourage the boy.
Have more faith in yourself, my friend. After all, you too shoulder the future of the kingdom.
I wonder if Glenbrook will truly flourish thanks to anything I do.
Of course it will. It already has. Besides, House Wolfort is at your back.
My apologies. And thank you. I shall strive to be worthy of your support.
You two are quite the pair, aren't you?
Fast friends from the day we met. And you are?
Apologies for not introducing you sooner. This is Huette of the Kingsguard.
I am tasked with keeping His Highness safe, though he often seems to resent it. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you, Lord Wolfort.
Ah, Prince Roland has told me much about you. I can see he is in good hands.
I shall see that it is so, my lord.
Now let us begin our preparations. Today we take the field, and today
we claim victory.
Strike foes 2 squares. This deed grants him exceptional mobility. Huette's aptitudes in battle rain arrows down on foes from the back of a hawk. Easily traverses terrains. The dog's deflating. Higher ground, the rate of the range. Okay, sorry. Drop this down. I'd best retaliate. It would give me a chance to make a measure of my soon-to-be opponents. I obtained some pellets. I'm socially end. This one is 77. Made the mind bring prosperity to us all. We are blessed with the finest medicine mines in Norzelia, but our facilities aren't open to just anyone. Mention my name, however, and every service hall will be at your disposal. That's kind of fun. We learned about the Ministry of Medicine. What's your name? Claris. Maintained opportunity. A country where stations set up at birth. I was unaware Hyzant's goddess was so equitable in her judgment. Hi, random lady. Yeah, we talked to you. What's up, Benedict? What's up? I ask you a single question. To what end do you believe this contest is being held? It's for a chance for three nations to gather, celebrate. Although the battles may be bloodless, victories sweet all the same. In times of peace, there are precious few chances to display martial prowess. It may appear to be a mere entertainment, but reputations are at stake, and if we show weakness, then it will be noted by all in attendance. I don't want to. I think the top one's the best one. Like, winning can just be. I don't want to infer that war is coming. War is stupid. Man, this is a pretty open environment. Like, more than I was expecting from this game. Okay, talk to me, rolling. Oh. What is this? Yeah, that's awesome. Just jumping up big old steps. I love that. I don't know why, but I do. Salt Iron War. House Marcial's deeds. Instead, I look forward to seeing you in the tourney, Lord Serenoa. Hello, Dragon. Who's this lady? Oh, she's that's right. I remember her. Should I talk to the angry kids? Frederica. Frederica is my sister. Man, you guys are just, peaches. Disparate alpacas. I can't say the same for Ace Frost military. Why not? not sure what one is judged by ability, not birth. You know, not the worst idea. I gotta read these nobles as much. What's up, Anna? You Eridor, how's it go? I hear that Bloody Shield himself will be fighting on behalf of Aesfrost during this year's tourney. He's the captain of the Duchy's elite Hawk Riders and a fierce Hawk Shield himself. I look forward to seeing the man in action. Alright. Never seen a woman or a man for that matter quite like Minister Lila. Beautiful, elegant, brilliant. What I wouldn't give to serve under someone like her. Word has it, her new assistant is a strapping young researcher said to be well versed in ice magic. I knew I should have spent more time in the books instead of training in the yard. I'd very much like to see the skill master Minister Lila's new assistant for myself. Perhaps I will, sooner rather than later. Wink, wink. I don't know what that means, but that's real. Don't know how to pronounce your name. What's your name? Minister's Aid. Yep. Perfect name. Okay. I talked to most everybody. Did I talk to you guys? You know, let's go bother the king again. I'm one of your nobles now. You have to pay attention. Soon you will lead your first foray into battle. The Lady Frederica and I shall experience true combat for the first time. Do you have a Wait, hold on. You guys were attacked with bandits. That's true combat. That was what? Okay. It may be a tourney, but defeat will bring shame upon us. I intend to do whatever we can. Our house fights with honor. There shall be no tricks, but we will offer our opponents no quarter. Him to do self-admitting bandits. I expect your magic will be the key to our victory. I think I did the middle one. I didn't actually move it, but. Okay. Let's see. Conclude exploration. I think we're done. I like this tree. Does the tree go up, you think? Let's see. Does it let me? Yeah, it does. Oh, I forget I can spin the camera. Look at those sprites in a 3D environment. I love it. Like, this is like a diorama game. Like that. I want to get into building dioramas because I think that'd be fun. Well, that's just like a beautiful look. Okay. And exploration, yes. Training will begin soon. I best head back. Okay. Oh.
The combatants have arrived, and the stage has been set. Let us introduce the champions who will fight for the glory of their nations. Fighting for the honor of the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost, General Avlora. Fighting for the honor of the Holy State of Hyzant, Minister Exham Marshal.
Exham Marshal.
Fighting for the honor of the Kingdom of Glenbrook, House Wolfort. And last but not least, the victor of our previous tourney, Sir Maxwell the Dawnspear.
Hurrah! Hurrah! The Wolfort Lordling is here in his father's stead, I see.
Lord Simon's heroics on the battlefield are the stuff of legend. A pity I couldn't match swords with him today.
You will match swords with me. I promise to make it every bit as exhilarating as Father would.
You have his spirit, if nothing else.
Indeed. I look forward to crossing swords with you.
Turn the speaking voice back up.
The
combatants have assembled.
The sound on
Now,
this is gonna be
let the battles
butchered.
begin. I shall announce our first pairing as chosen by lots. Minister Exham and Lord Wolfort, make ready for combat.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's good. You know. Why not? Added the history of Glenbrook to notes. The tourney.
Be gentle, my lords. I'm
Heard
not
this
as strapping
tune
as once I was.
very many times on YouTube.
I expect no quarter from you.
They're two of Hyzan's most famed generals. We'll have no room for mistake.
Then we shall make none. Now, for honor and glory.
For honor and glory.
My turn.
What can you do? Iron Dagger. I don't want to overextend my team. When choosing a command, the word weak will appear over enemy units that are susceptible to it. Okay. Okay. We're ending right now.
Shall we begin?
Okay.
Here I come.
Wait. Who's going with you, right?
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Playing a very conservative
I
game.
see a path to victory.
I have your back.
Our victory is assured.
Come at me. Come on.
Just smack him. Smack him with the shield. Okay, now the real combat begins.
Now then.
Man,
Let
his
me heal your
his
wounds.
character art is interesting.
Allow me.
My thanks.
I fight for peace. Flame, heed my call. Ah!
My turn.
Yeah,
Wide open.
smack this dude around. Show him what's up. Will award you kudos, which can be traded for valuable items in the Sundry Shop, not available. Early stages, so.
My turn.
Your victory is within reach.
Shall we begin?
No, do not begin.
Your lifeblood shall paint my sword.
Dun, dun, dun.
Here I come.
You'll get no
mercy from us.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Descend here! There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Using Frederica to help me finish off these boys. Oh no. Our
To battle, I suppose.
is death permanent in
I'll take you on!
in this tournament? I forget. Or is like death permanent in this game? I don't even remember.
I will end this.
Oh my! Oh, the controls are just wonky enough that that sucks.
Charge!
Brute!
Did you see that?
Shall we begin? This was destined to occur.
I ain't that slow!
Here I come. Take that!
I see your every
For the honor of House Wolford. On your guard.
Die already!
I see a path to victory.
My turn!
A cane sword.
I'm a fool.
I'm not really explaining why I'm doing anything.
With the powers in me.
How shall I destroy you? Sleep now.
Aw. I hate when I get stabbed and fall asleep. Status change. Poison deals damage. Paralysis prevents actions. Silence prevents abilities. Sleeps prevents actions. Excuse me. Hopefully, sorry, that wasn't loud. That was a surprise. Immobility prevents moving. Blindness reduces accuracy. Fury draws. Attack 10k. Auto revive, regen, invincible, take cover, fire. Okay.
I'll take you on!
Yeah.
You've left yourself open.
Charge!
My leg! Yes. You've left yourself open.
For my kingdom!
You are not worthy of my time.
Your lifeblood shall paint my sword.
Carefully.
Let's go take this guy out.
Parry. Now! My skills grow
Pursuit
sharper.
stance.
You fight admirably, but you
The numbers are few, but they are fierce.
Let us pry out their weakness. You were overconfident. Tomorrow is a new day.
I will end this. With the powers in me.
To battle, I suppose. Ha! That tickled! Come and get me! Look at me learning. I won't lose! Sit!
Shall we begin?
Your life
Oh,
will take
no.
its
The
life.
hunt is on.
Let's hit the weaker guy, I guess, right?
Defeat is not an option. I'll make this
you for your
You find a goddess in odd places, Exam. This trifling tourney will bring Hyzant neither.
The goddess works in myriad ways, Minister Sorsley.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Sorsley.
I shall try my level best.
To battle, I suppose.
I won't lose. Stabbed and falling asleep.
I struck true.
You see that? The hunt is on. This ends now.
Did he dodge it? Is that what happened?
Defeat is not an option.
This
struck true.
Got him.
I asked for no quarter. You did not disappoint.
Yeah, hopefully we can
Minister
fight his allies.
Sorsley, I leave them.
I like your little headgear.
Let us pry out their weakness.
That's not what determines allies, is what people wear on their heads, but
Just as I planned.
your character interests me in being an ally because I like your design.
Ha! That tickled. My turn. Die already!
This battle is ours. Take that!
For the honor of House Wolfort.
Let us pry out their weakness.
You left yourself open.
Just as I planned.
There we go.
I won't
Stop
lose.
making me fall asleep. We're gonna double thrust you again.
Ah, my old wounds flare up again.
Nice. Okay. Do we go immediately into like a next fight or
To think they'd get the better of us.
Your father taught you well. You wield that great sword with skill beyond your years. Well fought, but
thank you.
Victory goes to House Wolfort! Our next bout shall be between General
What does log do? Okay. That's right.
Laura and Sir Maxwell. May glory go to the victor.
Okay.
Stand back. This one is mine.
Very well.
Yeah, boy. Accelerate.
Whoever taught you, they taught you well. Though something tells me you surpassed your teacher long ago. Your defense is formidable.
As is yours.
Where did I... Oh.
I yield.
Wow. I don't know. Are you dying?
Victory goes to Sir Maxwell.
My hand. I can't feel it. So that was General of Laura. I pray never to meet her on the battlefield.
Fair.
There will be no quarter given today, young lord of House Wolfort.
I would expect nothing less.
we get beat? Oh.
Where am I?
You're awake.
You know, that
And none the
feels
worse for wear,
pretty
considering
good
the blow you
as a
took
way
from
to
Sir
tell a
Maxwell.
story, though. Because most of these people should have been fighting for years.
Today, yes.
And so, like, it's
But let us keep at our training. One day,
feels like we
students
should
will
be
surpass
the
their
underdogs.
Let us work hard for that day, my friend.
I'm happy you didn't make us play to, like, force us to lose. So that's a good way to tell a story, though. Not the best way, but I appreciate it. Okay. We're gonna save the game here, and that's probably where we'll end tonight, because, you know, nobody's watching this. Audio's abysmal, you know, but we're getting better. Hopefully next time we'll be even better. Yeah, overwrite save. I was gonna ask, like, do you have any questions? I do phone interviews, like, hey, do you have any questions? Like, no, you guys don't get a response. Well, you could respond. Drop a comment, you know, do
Serenoa
stuff
and
like
his
that.
stalwart allies prove their mettle against the realm's fiercest warriors.
I'm just gonna kind of let this cinematic end out.
Victor of the previous tourney. After a hard-fought match, the Dawn Spear emerges victorious once more. Though beaten in the end, Serenoa's courageous display impresses itself upon all in attendance. Any doubts concerning House Wolfort's martial might are put to rest. Thus marks an end to the tourney and the festivities as a whole. With the spirit of harmony in their hearts, the delegates of each nation make preparations for their return voyages.
Whither the river flows. Flows the river. Anyone can see. Drop in the drawbridge. To me. I wonder how they
Seeing our honored guests off shall be
correlate
your last lordly duty this day.
dropping the bridges.
I remind you.
It is not to be taken lightly. Worry not, Benedict. They shall be sent off with all the pomp they deserve.
You take to your new role well, Lord Serenoa. As I must now take to my own. Pray, visit me at the
I said we
mines
were
whenever
ending
you
it,
have the
but
time.
we'll wait till we're out of cutscenes, then we'll end it.
Farewell, Frederica. May we never meet again.
Man.
Thank you for such a productive use of our valuable time. I do so love interminable speeches and watching brutes play at war. Truly, the spirit of Glenbrook was on display for all to see. Oh, but I should watch my tongue. Wouldn't want her to go whimpering to brother.
Pay my fool cousin no mind. We have work to do. Work more important than any he could hope to be trusted with.
I apologize for those two. This was a fruitful day for all in attendance.
I am glad to hear you say so, General of Laura.
I like General of Laura. Probably
I can't
try to
believe we
dislike
lost.
certain characters
I
and
thought
hate
you were
others.
supposed to be one of Hyzet's greatest warriors.
Our foe was a worthy one. It would be an honor to cross blades again someday.
Thank you for your hospitality. Please give my regards to Lord Simone.
Of course, Minister.
It would seem everyone is gathered. You'll find your boats are laden with a bounty of Glenbrook's finest wares and victuals. King Regna asks that you eat and drink your fill, and toast to our three nations' newfound alliance.
More of that swill you call wine? I suppose I could force myself to partake.
Your king honors us with his generosity. We shall present these as offerings to the goddess of salt. The Hierophant, too, will no doubt be overjoyed.
Lord Wolford, I bring a message from King Regna. He would have you join our guests on their return voyage to serve as their envoy.
This is a great honor, my lord. You would represent our nation and speak with the king's voice.
If it is His Majesty's wish, it is a duty I will gladly accept. But there are 2 vessels and only one of me. Did King Regna say which of our honored guests I should accompany?
He would leave that decision to you, Lord Wolford.
Lord Falks, as representative of another of Glenbrook's high houses, will board the ship you do not.
And why was House Tellior not given this honor? Last I knew, our kingdom had 3 high houses, not 2.
The mere fact that you whimper those words before us is answer enough. Good show at the tourney, Lord Serenoa. You truly are your father's son. The king has seen fit to leave this decision in your hands, and I shall not gainsay his wisdom.
Okay.
A lord must be worldly as well as wise. I trust you will conduct yourself as befits the lord of a high house.
Thank you, Sir Maxwell, Lord Falks.
The king has entrusted this decision to you, my lord. I suppose you have an idea as to why.
He means to test my judgment. He is waiting to see which I choose and for what reason.
Indeed.
What will I choose?
We are friendly with both nations now, so neither choice will earn his ire. That said, there is no telling how these relations may change going forward. No doubt, the choice you make will have an effect on our own house's relationship with the nation you choose.
I understand. This requires careful consideration. Benedict, gather the others. I would hear their opinions on the matter.
I'm not looking up
then
anything
we
about
shall
this.
consult the scales of conviction.
At once, my lord.
I'm very interested to see the different paths you can choose, who you can get in your army kind of mentality. Taverns now available. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna really save. End the video here. Thank you again, everybody who does watch this. Probably don't make it here, but you know, this is something for me to just try